What is going on, comic book community? Over the weekend, I went to the local Philadelphia ComicCon, which is hosted every second Sunday of every other month, I believe. Nice little event. I've attended a few times, and I have a few videos on hauls from before that. And as you see below, I picked up some good books, but we're not even done with that. I picked up quite a few more books. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some footage from the walk around, and then we're going to jump to the haul. Coming up on this next episode of Josh's Comics. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, so as you saw, a walk around. It's a smaller show, but I thought there's some good stuff there. When I first got there, the first half hour, I was looking for certain things, and I was certain vendors had more people because people are used to going there and finding great deals. So I was going back and forth, and at first I was kind of striking out. I'll be honest, I didn't know what I was looking for going in. I wasn't even looking for anything. I just went to the event and was just going to search through the $5, $10 stuff and see what I could find. I found some good stuff. I did pay a little bit more than on a few books, but nothing too big in my opinion. But some nice keys. And funny thing about this haul, out of that huge stack I showed you, and the one book you saw obviously in the beginning of the video, there are 2 DC books. The rest are all Marvel. The joke going along in claim sales and some of my friends in the community is that I'm an all DC guy. I love Marvel too, and this just so happens to be Marvel. And this is a lot of modern stuff, I'm going to be honest, modern keys. So, but before we jump into the haul, do me a quick favor. Can you guys hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already? I would really appreciate it. It would help us out. And also follow me on Josh's Comics 01 on Instagram. Same thing, I do video drops on there, and I will also post more of the single issues and give you specs on them a little bit. So it's always fun to do that. So I would appreciate it if you guys could do that. But let's jump to the haul. This is probably the oldest book I pick up today, I believe. This is Daredevil, issue number 156. And not a key. It is a regular issue, but I love this cover. Daredevil fighting the original Daredevil costume. I don't know behind the story behind this. Obviously, this is before Frank Miller, yeah. So, but I don't know if somebody dressed up as Matt, if he's fighting his brother, although I think Matt Murdock, who technically was just Matt's other identity to get away with stuff, Matt was Matthew Murdock, whatever. You know what I'm saying? His brother, I think, was killed, or his identity was killed. But I think it was a great cover, and I kind of think it's a homage cover to Daredevil in an earlier issue, I believe, when he fights Captain America. I could be wrong, but I thought it was a great cover, so I picked that up. This book too, I think, was only like $2, if I'm not mistaken. Another book, I wasn't even planning on picking this up. I am looking for issues in the run, but it's All New, All Different Avengers, #1, variant edition. There's only a few variants that pop up on Key Collector. This one's not on there. This price, it had a sticker price of $10, and there's a few books that I bought from this vendor. I'll try to remember when they come up, where I think sticker price total for everything was like $50, but because I paid cash, I think it came out to like $35 or something. But a nice, variant of All New, All Different Avengers. I'm kind of speculating on them a little bit. We'll see what happens after Secret Wars, but I thought it was a good pickup, and shout out to Joe360 Comics who was there. He actually called me over when I was hunting and showed me this book. But I'm looking for a few of the regular issues in the run. And surprisingly, other than this variant, I couldn't find anybody who had any, so I don't know if I'm going to have to buy something from eBay or get lucky on a clean sale up. But so you saw the other DC book. This is the only other DC book in the haul, and it's insane. And I no matter what anybody says, I grew up with the original Batman movies, Batman Forever, the official comic adaptation of the Warner Brothers motion picture. So I actually have, I believe, 2 copies of it. I have one not in the poly bag, one in the poly bag. Those two are the cartoon comic drawn covers, and this is more of the picture cover. And I love that because it's got the Batmobile right there. So that's going to probably be in a future video for the Batman mobile and covers and updates and everything. But still, a great book. I actually like Batman Forever. Batman and Robin, which does have a motion picture book. Eventually going to pick that up. Yeah, we'll talk about that eventually. But I still like Batman Forever. And I thought this is a great cover. And this is only $2. And like I said, it's nothing expensive. But cool thing to pick up. And I like picking up the Batman movie adaptations. And I have Batman, and then I have Batman Returns, I have Batman Forever, I need to get Batman Robin. I believe Batman Begins as well has a comic adaptation too. Moving on to another book that's just kind of been on my list for a while. Small key, it's only worth a few bucks, but it's Adventure Comics, $8.93. And if any fans out there watch Smallville, well, this is the first appearance of Chloe Sylvian in the comic world. Chloe is a big part of Clark's circle, his friends in Smallville, which, by the way, I just finally finished watching Smallville recently. Loved the whole thing. Probably gonna go back and rewatch some of it again. I really loved it. And Chloe is a character that I thought was originally in the comics, but no, they made her for the TV, and then she transfers it into the comics. I don't know currently if she's a big supporting character or not, but in the show she is. Again, nice little first appearance, $2 or $3 all the time. Been hunting for that for a couple months, finally found it. Moving on to the only other DC book in this haul, you saw this earlier, Gotham Adventures #1. I love this cover. I love Batman the animated series. So Gotham Adventures, the animated series, the lost years of it. I pick them up whenever I can. And issue #1, it was $10. I actually grabbed this and the Batman Forever. So it would have been like $12. I ended up paying $10. So I got that book for free from Rich's Comics. He's a great guy, and I love the Gotham Adventures, and like I said, Batman Adventures. That's my childhood, and yeah, sorry about some tape. And I love these books, and #1, couldn't pass it up. Moving on, we have some Hawk. This is for $5, and ignore. So some of these stickers, I'll let you guys know. But this one was a $5 book. You know, it was priced at $8. The guy had it. Incredible Hulk issue number 94. Yeah, 94, and it's a little bit of a key. It wasn't the one I thought it was. I think I was thinking of 93 or 92. It's or it might have been 91. But it's the first. It's a different planet. I think it's the first part of Planet Hawk. This is like part 4, but. So, origin of Cog, we saw him in Avengers Endgame and Thor and Love and Thunder. I think he survived Love and Thunder, right? I really don't remember much Love and Thunder. It wasn't that good of a movie. Marvel, what are we doing? Anyway, moving on. So, nice little pickup for $5, I thought. Another book that I found, and I can't remember if this is in the same deal, but anyway, actually no, these next couple of books, all Star Wars books I found as one vendor, were $2 a piece. So he had a sticker price of $12. So this is actually Star Wars Darth Vader issue #7, second printing. I prefer the first printing because it's got a really great Darth Vader without his helmet on cover, but still, second printing, and I kind of dig the cover, how Vader's attaching his leg. And it's the first appearance of, I'm going to butcher this name, Ultra Boston, who's a Sith assassin. I butchered that name, I'll be honest with you. But still, great cover, and for $2, I couldn't pass it up. Always collecting Star Wars and Darth Vader. This is a really great cover, and it's a variant, and it's for the 50th anniversary, and I'm surprised some of these variants are keys and significance and pricey, and this one's not. You'll see as a sale price, maybe when it first came out. So this is a variant edition of Star Wars issue number 17, I think from volume 3. Boom! Look at that. That's dope. So I looked it up, and I learned that today. Key collectors' prices are all over the place, and don't always go off of there. But so the guy had a sticker price of $20 on here, and like I said, most of these books he had in here were just $2. That's what he said on the side. Ignore sticker price, $2 every book. That's dope. I don't care what anybody says, and I think it's a little bit of a key, an appearance of somebody, but nothing too big. But that cover is awesome. You cannot, come on. That's great. I had to pick it up. I saw that. He actually had, I think he had 2 copies of it. I probably should grab the other copy. This copy, he had 3 or 4 copies of, and I probably should have just picked up the other ones just to get out of the way, but I didn't for some reason. This is Star Wars Darth Vader issue number 20 variant edition of the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm, and this has the Mandalorian on it, and this is actually a bit of a nice little key. So this is the first cover of Din and Greggy. I know I'm mispronouncing the names wrong. I can't. Star Wars names are always a bit hard for me to pronounce, but it's the first appearance of these two on a standard comic edition, I believe. I believe they appeared once in a smaller. It wasn't like an official comic, but this is the first cover appearance. I probably should have bought the other copies. They were $2 a piece. I don't know why not. And these things are high grade, guys. I mean, these are probably 9-8 candidates. What I do with that, I'll decide. But great books. So moving on. Now, this guy had a couple copies of this too. I probably should have picked it up, but I didn't think of it because I was moving along fast. This is America #1. He had a sticker price of $5, but he sold them down to $5. And it's the first solo series featuring American Chavez in her first solo story. Bit of a nice, pricier book. Probably should have picked up the other few #1s for $5 a piece, but I was happy to get a nice cover. I think this is honestly, there's a little chip down here in the corner. I don't know if that's anything, but still great finds. Like I said, Marvel. This is a Marvel heavy video, which I don't think I've ever done a Marvel. Well, I think I did one video where I split them up. But like most hauls are mostly DC with some Marvel, but this is all Marvel. These next 2 books, Stroke the Findings, because now it completes all 3 that I needed. So, this is Sam Wilson, Captain America, issue number 3. So this is the first appearance of Jaquin Turris, who ends up becoming the new Falcon. We saw him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it's already been announced he is coming back in Captain America 4, obviously as the Falcon. So that was great. This is his first appearance. Then I believe it's issue 5, which has him on the cover. That's his first cover appearance as Falcon and everything. But to make things better, I also found that his first full appearance as Falcon. And that's Sam Wilson, Captain America, issue number 6, I believe. Yep, issue number 6. So I was extremely happy to find these. Having some luck lately. The funny thing is, another vendor had this issue. They actually had these 2 issues, but they were lower grade, And the prices were okay, but I wanted higher grade copies for the PC. And both of these, in my opinion, are contenders. Moving on, before we get into these next couple of books, I don't want to spoil the Marvels. I saw it. I love the movie. Well, yeah, no, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good. But I'm not going to say anything. We'll discuss this later in a future video, maybe. At the end, there's two scenes. I'm not going to talk. I don't know how to avoid this because if I give it away to anybody, all I'm going to say is the last scene with Miss Marvel talking to another. It's kind of go away because you're going to see these books and you're going to see what I'm going with. But there's a. If you haven't seen it already, it's a bit of a spoiler. But Miss Marvel ends up talking to a newer adaptation of a character we got a few years ago. I'm just going to put it like that. You probably know who I'm talking about. So I'm kind of, speculations jumping. Let's go. I'm excited to see if it's going to be a show or a movie, but we'll talk about that later. So, moving on. You guys are going to get it as soon as you know I announce this book. Young Avengers. Young Avengers presents Wilkin and Speed, and this is issue number 3 of 6. I'm going to be honest, you might be able to see this. There's waviness in the all 3 of these covers. Although I talked to Brixton Comics, and he says they can easily press out. We thought maybe it was water damage, but it's not. It looks like that's just how it was, but they're a little bit wavy, so I'm gonna press them. We can press them out. But this is Billy and Tommy revealed to be fragments of Metamorphosis' soul, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Again, I went on Key Collector, and they say the high is like $30, and I think last sold you can find high grade copies of this for like $6-7 raw. So this is a cool, nice little pickup. We had Young Avengers presents issue 5 of 6, and this is the origin of Dashu, if I'm saying the name right, which is Cassie Lang, which kind of we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to play out the way I think it is. Again, like, $15-20 book maybe. Nice book. And then this book, which I'm surprised. I didn't know this was the first meeting. I thought that came in Hawkeye, but I'm wrong. Young Avengers presents Hawkeye, issue number 6 of 6. So this is the first meeting of Clint and Kate Bishop. And it's also when Clint he approves of her using the name Hawkeye. Great book. And I honestly didn't know this is the first official meeting. I thought it happened during the Hawkeye series. So I guess the Hawkeye series from Mount Faction. I don't know. I'm messing his name up too. I believe that. I thought that was the first meeting, but I guess not. That's just the first team up. So cool books, great to pick up. Some good Young Avengers stuff. Keep an eye on that. You guys probably know if you know, you know. And then, the last book is gonna be a good one. The other book though I have here is a book you saw earlier in the very beginning in the intro. This is a book I just recently picked up at my local comic book shop for $2, but it's not as high as a grade as I want it to be. This thing looks minty, and this is a good book. This is Miss Marvel issue number 5 from her first ongoing, and I love that cover, and that cover is actually played off in the Miss Marvel show. So this is actually a nice key. This is the origin of Miss Marvel, specifically how her the creation of her costume. And it's also, I believe, the first cameo appearance of the inventor who would later show up in the next issue. Oh, no. He showed up in 4, didn't he? Yeah, I think. Anyway, but it's a pricey book, honestly. And after the Marvels, God, man. I like I said, like Miss Marvel in that film to me was really good, and I enjoyed it. And picking this up, it had a sticker price of $25 on it. The ones that had the green labels, by the way, was a deal that I was talking about. It came out to like almost $50. I got them for like 35 or something. Great deal. But this book too, the last book you're gonna see, is part of that. But great cover, great issue of Miss Marvel. Happy to own another copy of that, higher grade. Potentially going to be on the list to send in. And this last book is just, me jumping into speculation mode. But I think it's a great book, and it's kind of a bit underrated. So we got Young Avengers issue number 6, which is it's a really cool cover. So this is the first appearance of Cassie Lang as Statue, if I'm saying the name right. And it's also the debut of Kate Bishop's Hawkeye costume. Now, you see here on the cover, she's not wearing the official new costume yet. That happens inside the book. And then I believe it's issue number 8 or 9 where you see her first cover appearance of the new costume, which I want to get. Great issue. It was $15, and this thing, I mean, this thing's minty. Yeah. This thing's minty. Great issue, great cover, some great key significance, and I don't know, I got a feeling, Young Avengers is coming, Obviously, I kind of spoiled it already. Not many people watch my videos, but if you guys made it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, though, and I hope I didn't ruin anything for you. I mean, I kind of didn't, but that's... Anyway, moving on. So, Young Avengers, great... Some great key significance. I actually picked up a Young Avengers #1, not from Volume 1. This is Volume 1, but from Volume 2, which is another first official appearance of them, and at my local Second and Charles. And that, I mean, it's not like one spine tick, but like still, it's like probably a 9.6, and I'm surprised to find that. But to find some of these, in these bins, and this was from a dealer that, like I said, I've been to the show. I went once earlier in the year, and I went once last year, and most of the same people returned, and then there were some people who did not. So there was some new vendors set up. This is from a newer vendor, and he wasn't even supposed to be there this weekend, but he decided to pop up anyway. He came from Baltimore, bit of a long drive, because it was Philadelphia where we went into, and I'm about a half hour away from Delaware and Philadelphia, and I think he's South Baltimore, but still great pickups, and I had a great time. Thanks, guys, for watching the video. I really appreciate it. And again, if you don't mind, can you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't to the channel already. And if you're a new viewer, please subscribe. Check out my other content. Just, have fun with the channel and let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the haul. I thought it was a good one. We're closing out 2023 here. Well, we got a month and a half to go. I'll be honest with you. I'm like I said. I mean, I didn't have nothing in my mind to buy today. I just checked out some of the bins. Some of the stuff, was over the $10 bins, but I wouldn't mind for certain issues. And I got a bundle too. Like, I bought it was like almost $50 worth of books, and the guy gave it to me for $35 because I paid cash. I mean, I'm cool with that. And I like dealers that do that. They do a bit more of a discount if you're paying cash and everything. And it was a great show, great time. I think this is the last one for the year. I would imagine, I want to say it's the second Sunday, because this is like the second Sunday in November. I think it's the second Sunday like every other month or something like that. But still, great books, great pickups, and yeah, it was a fun time. I hung out with some of the guys. And that's it for this video. Couple of announcements. I am going to be pushing out. This, is coming out Monday or Tuesday, depending. Because the event, just happened. But, yeah, we'll be doing that. Sometime later this weekend, sometime late this week or early next week, I will be dropping my Batman, the animated series, the Batman animated the Batman Adventures Continue Omniverse review. I've just been so behind. A lot of stuff going on in my life right now, personal things aside, and taking up a lot of time for me. And so I'm gonna get back into the Omni reviews. I want to get that done, and I want to get at least 1-2 more out. I mean, I got Omnis. I got this one right here, which I think this is the Batman and Robin. I got Black Panther in the back, The Boys. I got Planet Hawk. I've got to read. I mean, I got quite a few Omnis I got to get up to and do my reviews. And we're gonna change the style. I got a new camera set up for that, and I think it's gonna be a lot better and look better and when I'm doing them. And I also got tons of other books from claim sales and a lot of other different hauls coming out. So we got plenty of content coming out for the rest of the year. I'm rambling on. I just realized that. I don't know why. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, stay safe, take care of each other, and we will see you guys in the next episode of Josh's Comics.